Hey, Mr. Kenneth, this is Emily from WKRG. I heard you just got off the phone with Alan Carter.
That's good. Thank you. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. How you doing?
Good, good. I was wondering if you had a few minutes, would talk to you. We've been looking a little bit into your family tree today.
Are y'all serious, man? How come every time y'all put something out about me, you try to make it look negative? When y'all gonna put some positive? Put some positive stuff like what the governor just signed, Dr. Kennedy's bill. You know
Well,
that she had been trying to pass since 2003. You know, put the 17 of 300. Y'all did put in there that I feed 300 people a day. Well, y'all didn't give a number. Y'all just said I feed people. You know, stop putting the negative. Put some positive stuff too.
well,
Be a little bit more objective now, okay?
we got to do what people are asking. A lot of people are asking, about you and how you're related to Reverend Sharpton. Hey, do you mind flipping your phone sideways for me?
I'm gonna ask the question. Out of all the work I've done, 17 bills in Alabama, I've influenced the change. 2 or 3 bills in Georgia, the one in Florida with people being able to vote that got felony convictions, the one in West Virginia on that hate crime. You know, whether I did it in Sharpton or Glasgow, I think the work is what matters, not the name. People are mad because they think that I want to shut down the highway, and that was suggested to me by the community. The community decided to do that, and it happened. I don't think people are going to be worried about I did it as Kenneth Sharpton and Kenneth Glasgow. I think people are going to be worried about what the work is. I'm like Jesus. If you don't believe in me, just believe in the work, man.
Well, the problem is though, if you're saying you're Sharpton and you're not, I think it kind of discredits all the good work that you do sometimes.
Well, you know, if I would, I don't think that there's no lunatic in the world that claim he's somebody that he's not. Why don't you call Sharpton or call his publicist or call my daddy and all that? I got too much. Right now, the focus should be on Michael Moore. It should be on that Mr. Hurst who shot him and why he shot him. A prime example of justice undone in Mobile and other places is the fact that you got trained officers compared to officers that's not trained. And one of the things that we've been pushing in Alabama is for them to have mandatory use of deadly force training, mandatory diversity training, mandatory cultural training. Because look what just happened in Washington. A white man went to the White House. We talking about the White House with the CIA and everybody there with a gun in his hand, and they shot him in the stomach, disarmed him, and secured the weapon. To whereas a black man, he didn't even have the gun in his hand. Michael Moore didn't have the gun in his hand. They said it was on his hip, and he gets shot and killed.
Well,
This white man had the gun in his. So you know those are the things we need to be looking at instead of worrying about a name and all that. As I told you yesterday, I wanted to say my name to
we lost
Glasgow.
connection.
I mean, the I've done, I stand on my own. I stand on his own. One of the things I'm told me is one of the other reasons that you could be your own man and wouldn't have given your brother shadow of
I
nobody
can't
else.
hear. I can't.
Whether I'm shocked and the Glasgow don't matter. I think
Kenneth, we lost your connection. Hold on, we can't see you.
oh, okay.
Hold on, we hear you, but hold on.
Ask him maybe he can move to a different spot.
Can,
The spot he's in is
can you move to a different spot? Wherever you were a second ago was good, and then we lost the video.
reconnected.
Okay, it says it's reconnecting.
I think we lost him completely.
Can you hear me, Kenneth?
Let's try calling him again.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Let's end that. We'll try calling one more time. Let's try that again.
Quick FaceTime.
Ah, I see it.
You see it now?
Now we can see you. And I do want to say, we have covered Michael Moore very extensively. We have done a story every single day since the shooting. But I think the problem that, a lot of people have is when, there's someone like yourself that they're not necessarily familiar with, and they come in and they say that they're Al Sharpton's brother. They don't know anything about you. Oh, we lost connection again. Hold on. Can you hear us?
I can hear you real good.
Okay. Well, I can't see you, but I can hear you. How many bars do you have?
Move from the place. Hold on, let me move from the place I'm at, and
Okay.
maybe you get it.
It says it's reconnecting. Can you hear me?
Reconnecting is
Okay, I think we lost him. Hey, JB, I think we should, and I don't know if there's a way we can put this entire interview up almost like a side-by-side.
you can.
Okay. All right, round 3. I can see you now.
Okay, so you could call Rachel Norlinger. That is, she's been with Sharpton, I know, over 30 years. She's his publicist. Call Sharpton. That person is doing the work and trying to get things done for people who are disenfranchised, people who are not getting treated fairly and equally in the justice system.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this. I came across the obituary for Ada Sharpton, and it does not say that you are Al Sharpton's brother. If anything, it's a step-uncle of yours. Do you have anything to say about that?
I got plenty to say about that, but that shouldn't be an issue.
I think that is an issue. If you are telling people that Sharpton is your legal name and Al Sharpton is your brother, that brings a lot of clout when you come into town, and I mean, I'd have to say, some people think you're taking advantage of that.
Let me say this so both of y'all, so y'all can be clear. I don't need Sharpton's clout or Sharpton to validate me or the Sharpton name to do anything for me. The work I've done speaks for itself. Okay? That's first of all. Second of all, if y'all doing enough research, you get my birth certificate, you'll see that I am Sharpton's brother and all that. So, I mean,
I see where your mother, Tina, is technically Sharpton's brother, but Tina's your mother, and that would make Sharpton your step-uncle by marriage. So
it would also make him my brother because we got the same father.
So you're saying that Al Sharpton Sr. and your mother had a relationship?
That's exactly what happened.
But your mother's mother, Ada Sharpton, was Al Sharpton's wife.
According to what I was told.
So you're saying that Al Sharpton Sr. slept with his wife's daughter?
According to what I was told.
Okay. Wow.
And Al Sharpton Sr. is still living.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what does that have to do with Michael Moore? What does that have to do with the injustice of a young black man being killed? What does that have to do with the 300 people I feed a day? What does that have to do with the laws that I've got changed and the work that I've done?
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't think it would have anything to do with Michael Moore.
Okay, so why are they digging in it so much?
Let me speak. I don't think it would have anything to do with Michael Moore if you hadn't brought it to the forefront, if you hadn't been right in front of the camera.
I don't think I brought it to the forefront. The media brought it to the forefront. I never told nobody. You never heard me going around announcing and holding up a sign, I'm Sharpton's brother. Y'all said that. I never said it. Never. What? I don't go around and announce that I'm Sharpton's brother. People know that and say that. I don't even know where y'all got it from.
Well, your website for one, and you go by Kenneth Sharpton, Glasgow, and you're advocating to shut down the interstate, and that's something when someone's not from town and they come in and suggest that, there are going to be people that have a lot of questions.
Well, I got a question. If the community and the family decide for me to shut down the interstate or march or whatever, is it going to matter whether I do it in Sharpton or Glasgow? I mean, do you think the Sharpton name, I'm asking for your advice now. So you think me doing it under Sharpton to get me more people out there? Because maybe I need to use that if that's what you're saying.
Well, no, I mean, I think my advice is to go by your legal name, because if you don't go by your legal name, it almost discredits what you're doing, because people have questions
But
about that and they look into that.
my legal name is Kenneth Sharpton Glasgow. So why are you trying to
Well,
make it something
because
else?
every legal document that I could find on you says your name is Kenneth Charles Glasgow. I could not find
And you
any
haven't found no legal document that say Kenneth Sharpton?
no legal document. We've
Well,
gone.
you have not done your research, Miss Emily.
Well, I
Because if
have to
you
disagree.
you need to go to the hospital in New York and get a birth certificate, okay? I think we're going through the Trump and Obama thing right now, something like that.
Well, so you're saying the only legal document that says Sharpton on it is your birth certificate?
That would be a legal document you could find. You said there's no legal documents out there. I just told you of one. I don't know of any other. I don't know where the rest of them are. I know, but that's one you could get. Or either you can tell my mother somebody to send you a copy of it.
Yeah,
But I think you need to concentrate. I think y'all concentrating on the wrong thing. Y'all are on a real fishing, a fishing exposure to try to discredit me in my work, when y'all should really be concentrated on what's happening with Michael Moore and why I'm there. That's what I think, And I don't understand why y'all on this smear campaign when you should be concentrated on justice and objectivity. A lot of people are calling me and say, why is Channel 5 spending so much time about you and your name and not the injustice that's going on? So, if you want to talk about credibility, it goes both ways. Channel 5 may be losing credibility by this also.
Well, I just think anytime you've got, a leader that comes down and people are following you and they want to listen to you, they have a right to know who you are. And so that's why
they got a right to know who I am,
it.
but they don't. But they're not going to sit up there and try to prove this wrong and prove that wrong like y'all are doing. They're not going to do that. As a matter of fact, this Mama Tina's mission house right here. This is Mama Tina's mission house where we feed about 300 people a day. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about this the bill that the governor just signed and all that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about Michael Moore getting killed and that white man that just walked up to the White House with a gun in his hand didn't get killed. Why is that? Those are the things we need to look at. Let's talk about when y'all was saying yesterday, why would I want charges on the officer? And I said, well, everybody else I know, and including myself, they never did an investigation before they charged us and arrested us. We got arrested. We had to make bond. Then we went before a grand jury, got a grand jury indictment. Then we had to make bond again. And then, we went to court and either we got convicted or found innocent. We never get a chance to get investigated first, and we don't get that bond money back or nothing like that. We have to sit up there and really and truly get arrested and charged, prove our innocence, not get investigated and then get proven guilty. So it's double standard.
I understand, and we did put that in our story yesterday, the reason why you want to press charges. And I just want to give you one more chance.
Hold on one second. This
Sure.
is Channel 5 that is so interested in no legal documents with me being Sharpton and all this kind of stuff. Went back in your background. I'm talking to my mother and all that kind of stuff, trying to just discredit me. And then they went off into you and then my daddy and all this, and they can't find no legal documents with Sharpton and all that kind of stuff. So they more concentrated than this young boy being dead. And I don't understand why. I'm talking to my mother.
Do you want to put her on the phone?
No, I don't think y'all want to do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Why,
do you
why
understand
not?
what I'm saying, Ma? Do you want to talk to him? Okay.
Hello?
Hi, Miss Tina.
How are you?
We're doing well. We've just been, we've had a lot of people when your son came to town, don't know him, aren't familiar with him, and we're a little confused at where the name Sharpton comes from, because we can't.
Okay, what that got to do with the case?
Well, it's got to do with the case because when he comes into town and he's a leader and people are following him, people want to know who he is, especially when he says he's Reverend Al Sharpton Jr.'s brother. That's a big
hold
claim.
on. Let's get this straight. I never said I was Al Sharpton brother. The media, y'all said
No.
whoever y'all
Your
got
website.
That from.
Your website, the Ordinary People Society.
My website. Well, my website say that because it's the truth. What you think is a lie? Hold on, talk to me.
Hey, Miss Tina, can you just
I'm listening.
kind of clear some things up for us? Who is Kenneth's dad?
Why don't y'all call him?
We don't know who he
That's a
is.
good idea. Call him.
Yeah.
Well,
Call Al Sharpton Senior, and I'll give you the number. You ready?
All right, I'm ready. What's the number?
Text you the number. Oh, give me a number. Can y'all give me a number to text you? I'll text you Sharpton Senior's number, and you can ask him. He's the father,
Well,
so you can ask him.
we're calling
okay?
through our master control, so it's FaceTime. But I got a pin ready if you can.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna give you the number over the air live like that, because I don't need everybody
Okay.
calling my dad with that crazy.
I understand. Okay.
Okay. So just call me back, and I'll give you his number and Sharpton number or Rachel's number. You call.
Okay. So
All right. God bless you. Bye bye.
All right. And he hung up.